x is uniform in a to b and y equals to x squared. First question, find and draw fy and fx. First, fx is equals to this 1 divided by b minus a, x minus a divided by b minus a, then x between a to b. Else fx equals to 0. Then so we suppose that when b bigger than a and bigger than 0, so when y bigger than b squared, the fy y equals to 1. Then y between a squared and b squared, then the fy y equals to 1 b minus a square root y minus a divided by b minus a. Then when y smaller than a squared, then fy y equals to 0. So we have the density function in this situation is the fy equals to 0, y bigger than b squared, fy equals to 1 divided by 2 multiplied b minus a square root y, when y between a square and b square. Then fy equals to 0 when y is more than a square. So next, so when b bigger than 0, bigger than a, bigger than minus b, so when y bigger than b squared, the fy should equals to 1. And when y between a square and b square, fy should be 1, should be this. And then when y bigger than 0, between 0 and a squared, the fy should be this. And when y smaller than 0, y is equals to 0. Then the density function is fy equals to 0 when y bigger than b squared, fy equals to this. When y between a square and b square, and fy equals to this when y between 0 and a square. So when y smaller than 0 is 0. Then third situation is when b bigger than 0, bigger than minus b, bigger than a. So when y bigger than a squared, fy is 1. And when y between b squared and a squared is fy is 1 minus 1 plus 1 divided by b minus a square root y plus a divided by b minus a. And when y between 0 and b squared, fy equals to 2 divided by b minus a square root y. So when y is smaller than 0 is 0. Okay, so the density function will be y bigger than a square is 0. Y between a square and b square is this. Okay, and y between 0 and b square is this, and y smaller than 0 is 0. Then the final situation is when 0 bigger than b bigger than a is the fy equals to 1 when 1 bigger than a square, and fy equals to 1 plus 1. This when y between b square and a square, and fy equals to 0 when y is smaller than b square. So the density function is fy equals to 0 when y bigger than a square, fy equals to this when y between b square and a square, then 0 when y is smaller than b square. Question B is, given the a equals to -1, b equals to 3, find and draw the density function of fy and CDF, maybe fy, and find expectation of y. So this situation is b bigger than 0, bigger than a, bigger than minus b. So fy equals to 1 bigger than 9 quarter square root y minus plus 1 quarter when 1 between 1 and 9, y between 1 and 9, and y between 0 and 1 is 1 second square root y, and 0 when 1 minus 0. So the fy is 0 when y bigger than 9. 1 to 9 is 8. 0 to 1 is, and 0 when y minus to 0. So expectation y is base equals to 7 divided by 3.